Let's go to the lines. Andy is in Essex and joins us now. Andy, a very good morning.
Morning, Andy.
Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning, Andy.
Sally. What a night. Absolutely superb. Been a massive England fan. Was there in Turin, Italia 90, 5 of us, driving down in a Ford Orion, paying 100 quid to the Italian police for some tickets, and then going through 96. This is just awesome. Just awesome. Huge team performance. Fantastic a massive team performance, you know.
Where did you watch it, Andy? Where were you watching last night in the pub?
No, at home, unfortunately, busy at work. We've the 5 of us that went to Italia 90 try and watch every game together, but we couldn't make it last night. So there was a few beers at home. Voice is a little bit shaky this morning, but a fantastic performance.
You sound a bit Suffolk Essex border, you do.
Well, from Housestead out, So had the pleasure when you came to Housestead with Bawley for a testimonial for Don Cutmore many years ago.
Yes, I remember, Don.
Andy, you was marking Alan. You said you had him in your pocket, didn't you?
By the way,
he said the movement wasn't there. The touch was there, and the movement wasn't.
Andy, I was going to say, mate, if you were marking him, I bet your jersey was dry after the game.
See, that's the difference, Andy. I give a bit back. I played lower down. I went down in grassroots football. Not these two tubes, up there in the clouds.
You played against many of my mates back in the day, so Whittam and places like that. So, yeah, awesome to speak to you guys.
Good man.
Andy,
I think we got a tough game coming ahead.
Andy, most importantly, where are you going to watch the final? Are you going to try and get your mates together again and maybe make something of it? Look, it's 8 o'clock kickoff on Sunday, so I should imagine people will be planning. Let's hope it's nice weather. I don't know what the weather forecast is at the moment, but, you could have a barbecue. You make a real day of it.
So they're scattered all over the country, but we'll definitely be together. Awesome.
Next one, Andy.
Awesome.
Good man. Let
Enjoy,
me go.
Andy. Well done, mate.
Let me go. A United fan, Manchester United's Alex. Alex, morning.
Good morning, you all right?
How are you this morning, Alex? Sore head?
I'm wicked. I just want to say, if Raheem Sterling and Gareth Southgate do not get 90 after this, then they're insane. Maybe they're wrong. They have been absolutely fantastic. Sterling has been absolutely fantastic. Last night, every time he got the ball, he's driving us forward on the front foot. It's just amazing to see. You know what I mean? We've had some influential players over the years in England, things like Beckham, Rooney and stuff like that, and I just think Sterling is up there. Like I've watched so many England teams just go sideways and backwards and end up just shouting at the telly, just going, get up the pitch, and it's just so good. See Sterling doing what he's doing, and Harry Kane finding his little tails and pockets of space. Brilliant.
Alex, we got a bad line with the motor noise, but listen, we got your point there, and that was a great point. Now, I think Raheem lost his place in the City side because he wouldn't do what Andy's just explained he's doing for England, driving forward, taking defenders on, getting around the 18-yard box where they can't really touch him. I thought he wasn't doing that when he lost his place in the City side. But now, bang, he's back to his brilliant best.
I agree with you up to a point. I definitely agree with you up to a point, but I also think he lost his place in the City side due to the form of Foden and Mahrez, who at that particular time I thought were playing out their skin. But credit where it's due. I mean, I think it was Pierce or whoever on talking there, we're talking about team selections and against Germany and we're scratching their head. Never mind Germany scratched their head. We're scratching their head at the first team selection when he's got Trippier at left back and everybody's asking the question, was he going to play Sterling? Calvin Phillips in the middle of the park, no Henderson. Brilliant. I mean, all the questions from Gareth's point of view have been answered. None more so than Raheem Sterling. I agree with you. I think he's having a wonderful tournament.
Let me go back to the lines. Mike's, I think, a Derby fan. Mike, a very good morning.
Good
Welcome,
morning,
Mike.
Morning, Mike.
Morning, boys. Nice to be on the show. And I think my voice and everything else probably sounds like you do, Alan, after a night out. I tell you, I was very fortunate to be at the match last night, and it's like football history that was. But I knew the omens were good, lads, because when I left, I needed to get some fuel, and the amount of miles I'd left on the car was 66.
Wow.
I then parked at level 3, my lucky number, sat down in the pub for a drink, table number 9, Harry Kane. So it was all looking good, and I thought that the whole team performance was unbelievable. When you're at the game live, it's totally different. You see the movement, you see what players do, you see the hard work that Phillips and Rice do, which doesn't get necessarily the credit. Phillips, I think, is an absolutely awesome player.
Yeah.
And, I thought the Sterling again, awesome. I think the key substitution, Southgate again got it right. He brought Foden and Henderson on for that first period of extra time, and we were all over him. And, I thought Harry Kane, it was probably his best game that I've seen, in the sense his hold-up play was tons better. Winning free kicks, high up the pitch. And the biggest thing, lads, I bought the final tickets yesterday morning.
Wow.
Oh, well done, mate.
Mike,
well done.
Can you just explain the atmosphere? Because I was in a bar watching it, and I could just sense the atmosphere was absolutely brilliant at Wembley. Look, we've had a nightmare the last 18 months with no crowds into the Premier League. Suddenly, you get 60,000 into Wembley in a semi-final against Denmark. You was one of the lucky ones who was there. Try and explain to the other guys who wasn't there what the atmosphere was like.
Well, it just looks like a real shared experience, and everyone, was talking to some Tottenham fans before the game, good lads, and it was just a shared experience, and I think everybody, that pouring out of emotion, if you like, supporting the team where Gareth's got them, playing as a team, so everybody's unified. It was just unbelievable. It was an electric atmosphere. When Denmark scored, you don't see it obviously you don't see it as much on the television, but I've heard you say about Kane rallying the troops, as it were, and everyone was calm. And they were calm, and they just carried on trying to play through the lines, because, at times they had 7 in their defence, and so it was so tight to try and get the ball through, and you could see that.
Yeah.
And then when Saka got in, at first you thought Kane had put it in, but when you saw it on the replay, it was an own goal. But, Sterling, but it would have hit the back of the net anyway.
Yeah, brilliant. Mike, I'm glad you got that ticket for the final. It's going to be an absolute cracker Sunday night, 8 o'clock. If you can't get a ticket, 8 o'clock live on talkSPORT.